Hello, good afternoon, and welcome back to another edition of The Good, The Bad, The Ugly, the juice review show brought to you by the Department of Inhaled Vapours. Now, the four juices I want to show you in today's episode are from a Malaysian company called Snowflakes, and the four I've got are Grape, Watermelon Laici, Mojito Blackberry, and last but not least, Blueberry Donut. I've got to state for the record that all opinions and views you hear during this review are mine and mine alone. I have not been paid to review this product. I have not paid for this product. This product was very kindly sent to me by Sya Ican for the review of a review. Also got to state for the record, personal preferences and individual setups will alter what you get from a juice. I can only review what I personally get. Because this is a new company to me, I'm going to take you through the boxes, the labels and all that lot before we get on to the main gubbins of the review, the actual flavour. Actually like the design of these, you can just see that there. Very good idea on here, you get it with a few companies now, that when you put three of these together at altered angles, if that was all the same product, it looks good on the shelf. It will actually stand out, and there's a big advertising. So on advertising front, it's really, really good. On the box front, on the warning front, we've got three little pictures there, which we've also got. So not for use for pregnant women, not for use for under 18s, and the old toxic skull and crossbones, which got to be on there, even though it's not quite as toxic, but we have to, just to cover our asses, put it on there. The warning, strictly no sales for individuals below the age of 18. Keep out the reach of children and pets. Store this bottle in room temperature only. Do not drink this product. Not for use, pregnant and breastfeeding women. Pretty basic stuff there, but it's got to be on there. Kind of like the little, even though because it's a sample one that hasn't been filled in, you can see there for the milligrams, it's either 0, low, medium or high. So obviously when you get that from a proper one, that'll be circled out for which one you've got. We've got the ingredients. Please note on there that they do put on the top ingredient, sweetener is actually included in the ingredients. So you know that this juice will contain a certain percentage of sweetener. As we all know, if it's got too much sweetener in there, it can have a very detrimental effect on coils and cotton. Basically it makes it look like shit in a trainer tread. But it's nice for it to be actually told on the box. Sometimes you kind of find that one out a little bit later, normally when it's too late. PG, VG, natural and artificial flavourings. At no point in the ingredients does it say nicotine. That might be something that should go on there. Because if it's not 0, it's an ingredient, nicotine. Yep, so that's the bottle. So I like the design, there's nothing kiddified about it. It tells you exactly what's in there, what the actual flavour of the juice is. On the bottom, like I said, these are sample ones, so excuse it, but there's nothing actually in there. It has got a little box at the bottom for a manufacturing date. Only problem I've got with these, I have discussed this with Sya, and he has told me that that was basically a cock-up, and when these get properly sent out, it will have the correct one. The PG and the VG rating on this is absolutely balls. On here it says it's PG 65, VG 35. All these juices are a 70-30 VG PG. They are PG high, they are not PG high. Yeah, VG high, PG high, I did say right. So, yeah, so for the purpose of the review, you see that, you also see it's wrong on the labels as well. That is getting changed. Right, onto the actual bottles itself. Yes, as industry standard, as it bloody should be, all juices should have this childproof lid. So we've got the picture there as well again. We've got the little warning section with a few new symbols on there. Volume 30ml. Recycled. This bottle can be recycled because it's glass. Obviously you might have to take the top bit off because of plastic contamination, but yeah. And also the little don't litter. Clean up your shit, basically. And on this side we've got what you basically had on the actual cardboard bit, the three warnings at the top, the three symbol warnings at the top, and the warning on here again, which is the same. What I'm going to start with today, I'm going to start with the Grape. because it's a one-note flavour, and then I'll get on to all these other ones further down the review. My weapon of choice today will be the iJoy Limitless Lux, which has got a macro dripper on it, and that is dual core to, if I remember rightly, yes I do, 0.39. I'm a little higher up than normal for these reviews. Grape. Now, I like a good grape one. I mean, you get a nice juicy one, you get a nice full flavoured one, it's good. You can get an over flavoured one, which is a bit... So I'm always interested in a good grape flavour. In the old days, when I used to have a grape flavour, it used to be Pink Spot. And it was the same colour as a dark grape. And it used to stain your cores up, so I'm really happy to see that that is a clear liquid. Let's have a little snifter. Oh, the smell is amazing. It does smell exactly like a fresh, natural, juicy grape. Kind of looking forward to this one. Personally, I can't eat grapes. They give me real bad stomach. The acid and the actual fruity acid in it just really plays up on me. So vaping sort of come my way of eating a lot of fruits. Well, tasting a lot of fruits anyway, not eating them mostly. Here we go. Turn that down a bit. Turn down a bit more. Right, we're going to add a 32 watts, which is I don't know if you can see on there, which is 3.69 volts, or basically what your Ego battery pen would actually pump out at. There we go. Flavour production is very good. No throat hit, so I'm a happy camper once again there. Flavour they've got absolutely spot on, I've got to admit. Alright, it's a one-note flavour. If a company can't get a one-note flavour right, then they shouldn't be in business. But it is a very juicy grape. It's like you just put it between your teeth and popped it and get that. It's a very smooth vape as well. It goes in really smoothly in your mouth. As soon as it hits your tongue, you get that juicy grape flavour. So it's not voluptuous clouds, but you're getting a 70-30 juice with not a lot of power for it at the moment. So I'm going to put up the power of it. Right, I'm going to go up to 39 watts, so that's 4.02 volts. Just see if it does anything different. Well, it ain't going to do much different, is it? It's only a one note. But it might come through a bit stronger, so we'll give it a go. As you can see, player production's gone up, still no throat hit. Flavour wise does go up. That flavour comes through so much now. It literally floods the mouth with grape. It's a nice white grape. They've got the picture of that one on there. It's not actually that colour grape taste that you're getting. It's more the white green ones. But it's nice. It's really, really nice. It's refreshing. Probably not something I'll do all day because of the one note flavour of it, but it is something I'll quite happily just throw in for a rotation just to break up the flavours that I'm doing. Exhaling through the nose just exasperates the taste even more. You do get more, but it does sit very happily right along the front of your tongue. That's nice. I can't fault that one. So if you like grape, I mean, I've got up to 43 watts, which is 4.2 volts. Starting to die off a little bit higher up. I'll probably go for round about the mid-range, round about the 4 volts. Yeah, does start to mute out a little bit higher up. Doesn't need a lot of power for this one. Low down is nice. Around about 4 volts is very, very nice. It's a full-on juice grape. That's nice. So yeah, if you're a fan of fruit, you're a fan of grape, give that one a go. I know it's a one note, but it is a very nice one note. Alright, I shall now, what shall I move on to? I shall go on to this one since it's in my hand. Mojito Blackberry. Now, I haven't had many mojitos. There's been a couple that's been coming out of late, but I haven't had many in general. Give this a quick blow out. Yeah, we're clear. Right, now I know this has got blackberry in it. I know it's got a hint of cranberry in it. It kind of interests me. Now, for the proper mojito, we'll also be looking at lime, maybe a little bit of sugar, excuse me, and of course white rum. So it sounds like there's quite a lot going on in this juice. Put enough on there to wet my whistle. Have a quick sniff. Cool. The blackberry really does come through on that. Kind of get a little hint of the sugar. And there might be a little bit of mint in there as well. Not really getting the lime or the white rum that much. But we'll give it a go. Right, let's go down first. Right, we'll go down to 33.1, which is 3.78 volts. Blackberry sits on the tongue. Initially, you do get that little mint leaf taste with a little bit of the white rum, which is unusual. So normally that comes through on the exhale. Exhale, you do get the cranberry. That's all very gentle, it's all very subtle. It kind of feels like it needs the power to go up a bit. Right, we've got 37.2, which is 3.99 volts. A lot better, a lot better. Everything comes together a lot better. On the inhale, you're still getting that mint leaf. There's a little bit of sugar taste to it. The white rum and blackberry actually hangs around for a long time afterwards. Kind of get that kind of little bit of a warming sensation in the throat. Kind of feels a little bit like a spirit burn, but not as bad, if you know what I mean. The blackberry is very nice. It works well with everything going on. I'm not really getting much. There's a hint. I think there's a hint of lime, but it's very subtle, or been totally masked by the other flavours. It is nice, mind you. Oh, come on, this side. Right, we've got the 47.9 watts, which is now 4.15 volts. Basically just under what a full battery would be on a Mac. This one appreciates power. This one comes out so nice. You get the blueberry. I'm talking about my arse. You get the blackberry. You get that slight hint of sugar. You get the mint element of it, and the white rum comes from very nice. Just feel that playing on the tongue. It seems to sit right down the centre of the tongue. That's nice. If you're a fan of mojitos, it's a little bit different. I will admit it's a little bit different from what I'm used to. The blackberry helps on that. A little bit of cranberry helps on it as well. It does give it a slightly different taste to what you'd normally get. So normally you'd get the lime would be more prominent, but it's not. The lime is, I think it's kind of there, but it's not really, if you know what I mean. That could just be my mind playing tricks on me, because I think they should be in there. But it is nice. It is a little bit different. So if you're a fan of mojitos and you want to try something just a little bit different, I'll give that one a blast. Mojito Blackberry. Right, I'm going to give it a blowout, and then I'm going to go on to the watermelon Laici. Or Laici. Right, now this one is supposed to be a watermelon Laici. Never really been a fan of Laici. I don't know why. Sometimes I like it, sometimes I think it depends on whatever juice is in. Which bottle is that? It might be this. No, it's one. No, it might be the one I haven't done yet. That might be the other one. I normally do a little test called pocket of use as well, which basically means I put these juices in my pocket for 5 days and then see how the labels and everything survive. One thing I have noticed with these, I don't know if you can just see that on the corner there. You see it? The top layer can peel away, and we all know what happens if that catches too much. That, yeah, now you're going to see it there. Well, I've just pulled that, but the top layer does come away from the sticky bottom layer, which means you've got to be really careful with these, because yeah, if you just go out for the day and put like 4 bottles of juice in your pocket, you could pull one out and find you've actually got no label left. It's just that top layer is not great, unfortunately, on these labels. Anyway, back to the one I'm doing. Yes, watermelon and Laici. Good grief. It's a very strong watermelon, and I mean very strong. I'm not getting any Laici in that whatsoever. Excuse me. Right, let's take it down again. Nope, that's going up, you plum. Right, we've got a 33.1 watts back to 3.7 volts. All you can smell is watermelon. Ooh. Right. Paper production's okay. Throat hit. Yeah. Yeah, there's a bit of a throat hit to this. Too much watermelon. There's far too much watermelon, and there's a really, really funky and not in a good way aftertaste. It's it comes across like an over perfumed watermelon. I know it's a fragrant juice anyway. You normally get a lot of fragrance in your mouth from a decent watermelon. This is really perfumey. And the exhale, I don't know, There's a funk. I can't really describe it, so I'm going to go up and see if I can, or see if this actually gets any better. Well, I've gone up to 38.1, which is now 4.02 volts. Yep, the clouds, yep, size goes up. Throat irritation goes up as well. Hits you right here, there's a right niggly itchy irritation. Watermelon is still far too perfumey. I do remember those little floral sweets. Which were basically tasted of perfume, and no one could understand why anyone would ever buy them, but we still did. It's that type of watermelon flavour, and it's a bit kind of getting the Laici on the way out now. That's come through a bit stronger, but it's a really horrible aftertaste. It's kind of the equivalent of going outside and eating some blades of grass. It's that, kind of, floral organic eating of plants could probably be the best way of describing what the end taste of that is. Ugh. No, I can't do that. Watermelon's a bit sickly as well, but it's rotten in the tongue. It's like fizz to it as well, which is a bit bizarre as well, but oh no. I'm not quite sure what happened there, but yeah, I can't even find the bottle now. Where the hell did I put that? Ah, there it is. I love this. You can see how organised I am when I do this. Yeah, I couldn't recommend that one to anyone. The watermelon's too much. It's a bit too perfumey instead of fragrant. The lychee is kind of there. It doesn't really play very well with the watermelon whatsoever, which leads to an incredibly funky aftertaste. And yeah, I personally wouldn't touch that with a barge pole. Right, well that brings me on to the last one, and the last one is the blueberry donut, and I'm kind of looking forward to this because I love donuts. So yes, we've got it here. There's the label again. And as I show you, yeah, that top layer isn't very great. It doesn't take a lot for that top layer to come out, and once it starts to peel, that will just go all the way across. And as you can see on this side as well, it's coming off the actual glass as well, and you can't smooth it down again, so it's not that well sticky on the label side, on the actual sticky side either. Anyway, I'm looking forward to this one. I like donuts. Now, I've tried a couple of blueberry donuts and they've been an absolute toss up till now, so I'm really hoping that this is a better one. Oh, it smells nice. It smells really nice. I'm going to do a quick blow out. Yep, that'll do. I'll have a bash on this one. Oh, I've still got the aftertaste of that last one in my mouth. Oh, you know what? I normally don't do alcohol while I'm doing these reviews, but ooh, that helps. Ooh. Anywho, back to this one, blueberry donut. Oh, 32.3. You might notice that some of these figures have been slightly different every time to actually get to the 3.7 volt. That's because this thing reads the coil every time you press the button. So obviously it's cooled down a little bit, so then it obviously affects the on rating of the coil, and that's why it's been a little bit up and down, not by much on the actual wattage for each individual setting. Here we go. Flavour production is not too bad. Actual vapor production is not too bad on it. maybe expecting a little bit more from that, but there we go. That will be as I get higher up. No throat hit. Ding! Flavour wise, this is rather nice. This one I've got a feeling is going to play a lot better higher up. The exhale and the flavour you're left in your mouth afterwards is a freshly cooked donut covered in lovely, lovely sugar. It's one of those ones that you think you got it on your lips afterwards, and you. Blueberry is very subtle in this, but what aids the blueberry is you've also got that kind of donut sugar into it as well, so it sweetens it as well. So you don't get a deep one, you've got a sweet blueberry, then followed by the sweet sugary donut, baked donut or cooked donut. Exhaling through the nose just actually enhances that donut flavour as well, and that that sugar. I'm definitely you've got donut taste in your mouth with a hint of blueberry on that one. So if I go hopefully up or down. Right, we've got up to 35.5 watts. No, we haven't gone up. 38.5 watts, which is now 4 volts. Vapour volumes increased. Still no throat hit. Flavour wise, oh hello. Blueberry, sweetened blueberry on the way in, and it's that going up a little bit the power. It does like the power on the fruit side of this. It then makes it blend a lot better into when the exhale comes with the donut and the sugar again. Oh, this tastes so good. Vapour production still isn't quite what I would anticipate for a 7030. Generally expect a little bit more to actually be coming off that, and it's not quite as good. But it makes up for it in the flavour, so I don't care. Oh, I've got to 4.2. No, up to 43 watts, which is now 4.2 volts. Higher up, that blueberry is still coming through great. You're not losing anything. The sugar's a little bit sweeter, but then you get the cooked donut as well. It's just a good all-round juice, and potentially probably one of the best donuts I've had for a long while. If you like your donuts, if you like your blueberry, if you like your oh good God, hello. If you like your blueberry and like donuts and you like it a little bit sweet, give that one a go. That is generally one of the best donuts I've tried for a long while. Well, that brings me to the end of this review. Thank you for all watching. If you have liked what you've seen, please like, share, comment, and of course subscribe to the channel. And I shall be back very soon with a review on these Devil's Juicers. So until that point, I shall see you soon. Bye.